a stolen vehicle that wasn't really stolen.
What up, y'all? It's just Bling, and this is the first episode ever of From What I Gather. Now, this is going to be a podcast about the Gathering of the Juggalos. It's a huge concert festival that they have every year that me and many of my family and friends love to go to. We don't have a gathering this year, so I figure I listen to podcasts. It would be cool to have a podcast where we just have people tell gathering stories, because a lot of crazy life-changing shit happens at gatherings. Straight up. I'm going to have different guests on, and we're just going to do our thing, man, and talk about shit. I got some homies here in the studio with me. Let's introduce ourselves, fellas.
What up, y'all? It's Jay No.
And TeRReT. Yeah. I be the one named called TeRReT.
We got TeRReT and Jano in the
Yeah.
spot. Both gathering veterans like myself.
With a stack of gather books.
We've all seen some stuff, done some stuff.
Definitely seen shit.
Fucking, let's just start with our background. Starting, I went to, I think, the 8th one, the 9th one, the 10th one, the 11th one. Then I had a big hiatus until the 17th. I went to Legend Valley for the 17th. I missed Oklahoma, and I've been to 19 Woodstock, and then the 20th.
Bro, you got elephant memory, because I can't remember. I remember that I went to a bunch of them. I got the tickets that helped me remember. I got these little jangly things you can hear in the dark, you know.
The jangles.
You know, I've been to, I think, 9 of them. I've been to, my first one was the last indoor gathering in Peoria in 2002, where they had all that whole riot stuff and a bunch of other fun things that went down other than the riot. But I think that was one of the more notable things that happened. And Bubba Sparks. I think that was the one where Bubba Sparks got chased off for talking shit about Dark Lotus.
That's the first time the Bubba Sparks Award happened? Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was talking shit about Dark Lotus somehow.
That's crazy.
It was dumb.
The Bubba Sparks Award, for people that don't know, apparently started at this one, where Bubba Sparks got booed the fuck off stage. And almost every year somebody gets booed off stage, and we call it the Bubba Sparks Award.
Sometimes I like to call it getting Tila Tequila.
Yeah, after that happened, it became getting Tila Tequila. There were some epic ones. What about you, Jay?
Alright, well, the first time I went to Gathering, Family Underground DVD came out, and of course a lot of Juggalos seen it. And it was kind of the secret that all the Juggalos, you know, of course there was videos here and there online of the Gathering, but nobody really knew what happened to the Gathering. It was finally a video that showed what happened to the Gathering and made a lot of people want to go, including myself. I was like, I cannot miss this again. I've been telling myself for years I'm going to go. And finally, me and TeRReT and 5 other friends loaded down with a fucking shitty pop-up camper, and we went to fucking Illinois for the Gathering of the Juggalos.
A tiny little white blonde girl who ain't never drove anything that was that big, who almost drove us all to Mount Tiffany. For listening, I'm sorry.
Ford Excursion with a fucking pop-up camper. Yes.
Bro, I said, girl, look, we were all tired and shit. It was all crazy on the way back, but it was like, I was like, look, if you need a cigarette, anything, I'll hand you your food and feed it to you. I said, just wake me up. And she didn't want to bother me. She reached behind her with her right hand, and we were on the edge of a mountain, 45-degree angles to the right, and it was off the edge of the mountain, and she leans to the right. I'm like, no! Like, push the wheel.
Swervy.
Yeah. Oh, that was
scary shit.
I've had so many sketchy riding, especially coming back from Gathering stories.
Oh yeah, the ride on the back is everyone's already destroyed. So
I've ridden with somebody that gave me such a panic attack that I brought a bottle of NyQuil with me, and she was like stopping to merge onto highways, doing like 70, like blowing stop signs in the back roads.
Oh yeah.
And I was so freaked out that I chugged like half a bottle of NyQuil. I was like, I'm either gonna wake up at home or in heaven, because I'm not doing this anymore, and I woke up at home.
Craziest rides. Definitely probably the second time I went to Gathering. Me and a buddy of mine were trying to find a big van that we could take and kind of convert into like a little RV.
Is that with the air conditioner?
Yes.
With Ponics and y'all? Oh my god. Y'all took the trailer park there with y'all.
We fucking.
That shit is ratchet.
We found this 1989 Econo fucking Ford van down in fucking Carolina, and me and my buddy went and picked it up for $400. We rode it back from Carolina at 70 mile an hour, got it back to the house, and was like, well, it did pretty good, maybe we can get together. So we painted it all up with all these murals. We put an air conditioning unit.
The back window.
In the back. We took the back window and put a house air conditioning
How was that
unit.
thing even like supported on there? Was 2x4s or something?
It was just wood.
That was right
It
as I
was
first
wood.
met you. I gave you a bunch of carpet to put in it.
Yeah.
I think y'all got there with like gas exhaust poisoning or
Oh my
something.
god. So look.
That was the
So
10th annual gathering.
Yeah, that was the 11th.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the second one I'd been to. So after all these trials and tribulations, we got another, me and 6 other people in this van. We get there. My homeboy who got the van didn't have a ticket to gathering. So we're like, how are we going to get you in? Well, we had built a bench in the back, and we put him underneath the bench and put luggage in front of him.
So you're admitting right now that you snuck someone in?
Absolutely, no doubt.
You're willing to admit that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No pleading the fifth.
Hell no,
This is
no.
not someone who isn't him. It's Jano, not me, TeRReT.
And for anybody listening, it's really easy to sneak into the gathering. So.
Yeah, I've never snuck in. I know mad people that have, and I get it. If you want to get in, you get it. You get in. It's not the first time that it's happened. And I mean, Psychopathic has basically told juggalos to go jack their stuff and sell it before with the whole Ray Day stuff and bizarre era.
Yeah, I always either had a ticket or somebody's gifted me a ticket.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the great things about the gathering too. Is that's almost like a rite of passage too. Is to have someone else buy your ticket. It's like that. We all know that. It's like that.
I got a ticket one year for a bottle of blackberry vodka and some of my friends' penis. He shall not be named, but
Penis?
Yeah, straight hoed him out
just
to
making
this.
sure you said that.
Hoed him out to some chick that had a ticket.
You mean? I was just wondering how his penis fit in.
Like, I was like, hey chick, you want to hit my vodka? And it was all cool. And she's like, Jay's gonna come with me to get your ticket. And they left with my vodka, and he came back with my ticket, looking shook.
Yeah, I bought many tickets.
I'm pleased with this on that one too. Yeah, hey, I got it.
I've always had tickets somehow.
I've either got tickets from performing or I got tickets from buying them myself. I don't think I can even recall a time that anyone's ever bought me my ticket.
I remember buying the shit and it came on like a debit card for one of them, like the 10th.
Yeah. They poked a hole through it and put it on a lanyard and shit for you.
Yeah, they have them like Hot Topics or something too.
The gatherings in Garrettsville had those wristbands like that huge festivals have where you gotta get scanned before you come in to have a microchip in it.
That's cool.
Yeah, they weren't playing at Hog Rock, that was Garrettsville. At where they were gonna have the gathering this year.
Nelson Ledges.
Nelson, which is a phenomenal place. Y'all need to go if you like to get in the water. That gathering, man, I don't know how many people are gonna hear it, but if it's only 2,000, whatever people hear this, listen to me. If you like swimming, that is the place. The silt doesn't get kicked up. It used to be an old quarry. The water is beautiful. They have cliff diving if they still have it there. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're opening back up.
Is it still going down?
The gathering's not.
It's not.
But they're opening back up as like
Well,
a
if they
campground.
still welcome them back in another year, y'all gotta go back. That place is, honestly, it was the first place that they went outdoors, and it was the best place that they ever went. And it had a smaller capacity, but I think they've expanded it now. But that place is amazing. Beautiful place. Be careful of the cliffs at night, though.
I wasn't fortunate to go there, but I really like Hog Rock. I hit the first 4 gatherings there.
Yeah, fuck that hill.
Yeah, fuck that hill, but I miss it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I give anything to walk up that hill 45 degrees.
Yeah.
In 100 degrees.
Yeah.
No,
I get it.
No, I'm good.
I get it.
Somebody dragged me up the hill. So tell me some more about the indoor gathering. You said a riot? I never heard anything.
Okay, so some girl was showing her titties, and the cops were like, "Stop showing your titties, and if you show your titties."
Hold on. Let me pause you real quick, TeRReT. You know what's really cool about this story?
What?
Is if any of y'all want to check out a really cool documentary, it's called Dark Carnival of Souls. And it was my first gathering with TeRReT, and these people interviewed us. And it was my first gathering with TeRReT, and these people interviewed us. And and TeRReT got to tell this story on the interview for that documentary, and that documentary's got about 300,000.
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, so me and
What is it
me
called?
and TeRReT, it's called the Dark Carnival of Souls, man. But you tell this exact story in
Wasn't it
in
to
the documentary.
NPR? Yeah, it was to NPR on top of that
What?
fucking hill.
On top of the hill in front
On
of the
top of that
camper.
fucking hill. Yeah, I think it was
He
NPR.
interviewed both of us.
That's awesome.
Okay, so the girl was told to stop showing her titties, from what I recall. And basically she did, and then the cop had pinned her against the wall, and all the juggalos around them kind of,
Weren't having that
weren't
shit.
having that, and that's when the whole thing kind of popped off. Tear gas canisters, rumors of rubber bullets. I don't know that they ever went off, but I definitely know tear gas went off because my scalp was like burning for like 3 days after from just the damn thing flying over my head. Like must have had like an allergic reaction or something. But other than that, that gathering was phenomenal, and except for when it ended. This was like the era of Big Money Hustlers, so it's honk for sugar.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you right now, everyone has to recall, at least outside of a venue where everyone's like honk for sugar, maybe.
Oh,
right,
Well, back in
right.
those days, it was everywhere. In every corner, you had juggalos honk for sugar. So you had these people driving in traffic being told to honk for shit, and they don't know why, but they're doing it. So you got all these cars gridlocked around the gathering being told to honk for sugar. Fuckers, some of them were juggalos, some of them weren't. I can't believe they let us take over Peoria, Illinois. Sorry, Peoria.
That's great.
Thank you, YMCA in Peoria, Illinois. By the way, if you're ever in city gatherings, a couple dollars, go to the Y and take yourself a shower.
That's a good one.
Just saying. Also, another tip is those Flying J's and Sheets trucker gas stations. You can pay like $5, $10, $15, take a shower.
The showers at the spot last year weren't that bad.
Yeah, that's like that to me. That's something that defines a gathering is the quality of its showers.
Yeah.
And I know that they aren't the best in the world, period. But if you don't have like a permanent structure, I don't really like those big old plastic bathtub things.
Oh God.
I don't even necessarily like the
was
outdoor
Yeah,
ones.
that was the last time.
They had a big permanent structure with like 5 or 6 showers in it and a couple toilets, and we got a baller's pass, and we camped right next to it.
Yeah, the shower's sacred. Showers are sacred.
I took a shower like every day just because I could see when there was no line, and I would be like, oh, nobody's there. I'm gonna take another shower.
No.
It's
Yeah.
kind of heavenly.
Yeah.
Let's go back to y'all had a baller's pass last year. I didn't go, of course. But man, they put baller sites way far away from main stage. What was up with that?
I was so hyped to get the baller's pass, and it was like, farther away than anything central to gathering at all, and the hill was worse, and that sucked.
I
But
haven't been in a few years since the whole
it
fallout.
was still all cool, man. We took an AC. That's a whole fucking game changer.
Yeah.
First year out of 8 that I've had an AC. It makes the difference between no sleep and a little bit of sleep, and it was great.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
A fan. If you have a fan on you and it's 100 degrees and you manage to keep the fan right on you, it'll be ice cold. You'll need a damn comforter.
Shit, the last year I went, man, you probably remember we shared my big ass tent, man. I brought that little ass camp fan. And I tell you right fucking
They
now,
help, man.
that little ass fan, I made a little stand for it out of boxes and clothes and this and that, and I made sure that bitch was in front of my face.
It cuts down on condensation too.
Oh man, it was so good.
I feel like we should have the gathering should have like a tips and tricks for camping, like for people who really don't know. Because there's some people who come from the city and don't go camping, and they go to these. And I was a Boy Scout too, and Juggalo Scout.
That's what
You know
we're
what I'm
Juggalo
saying?
Scout.
You know, so I mean, I have a lot of tips and tricks, but I see a lot of people struggling, man. And one of them, that fan right there, that helps cut down on the condensation in the morning too, because of good airflow. A lot of people try to seal themselves in from the rain and wonder why they wake up in the morning with a wet tent. It's because of their breath. Like a lot of people don't know.
hot ass breath.
Bill Nye the Science Guy, I think it's almost like a liter of water a night. You exhale. Like you can find videos on camping about it online. You need great airflow. You just want to protect from falling rain, but you want great airflow. But yeah, man, that
You make
fan.
the inside of your tent sticky and wet from breathing.
Yeah, but sticky and wet, man. Do you remember what happened at the last gathering?
Whoa.
All them fucking
Sticky and
spiders.
wet last gathering.
What do y'all know about the turtle? Have y'all ever been around for the $5 sex with the dead turtle?
Oh my
There's
God,
a
that
Juggalo
sounds
start. I want to say it started
It's
at
the first
at
episode.
the 2002. Should I save that? Should I save that one? I'll save that one. No, I'll save that one. That one's a good one.
Maybe.
But just people could look into that.
Oh man.
Necro turtle sex. I forget what it was
I
called.
do remember walking past the drug bridge.
Necrobestiality, I think that's what that was. I think that's where it started. Yeah.
And the one bitch and her boyfriend, the one bitch was bent over, and there was like niggas standing there jacking off in a line because it was $5 to fuck the bitch.
Oh, and his girl?
On the drug bridge, yeah.
Oh,
he was like collecting the fucking money like a fucking pimp.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I was like, this will gather.
We should save some of these because there are some great stories that we got in here.
Oh, man.
The drug bridge is a whole episode by
Yo,
itself.
so I want to tell this one. So on the way, you mind? No, just okay. On the way, so we're from the South here. You know, we're from Virginia. We're not from like the old South. You know, I mean, Blaine lives in the sticks basically.
We're right on the edge.
But we're right on the edge. Like 2 million people live in 7 cities in one area. So we you know we're not rural at all, right? But anyways, that being said, we're from the South. I love chicken biscuits, and I figured, you know, I guess I thought chicken biscuits were everywhere. Well, apparently, you go up to Ohio, and the sticks in Ohio. I remember walking in there in the McDonald's, and I was like, "Can I get a chicken biscuit?" And she was like, "A chicken what?" And I said, "Ma'am, a chicken biscuit." She said, "We don't have that." And I remember getting ready to snap, like, what the fuck? How are you puzzled that I just said a chicken? I didn't say le cordon bleu. I said chicken biscuit. I said, "Can you just heat up a chicken patty and a biscuit and give it to me?" She refused.
Dude, I swear the same thing happened to us when we went to Maine for a weekend.
But you're puzzled. There's no chicken biscuit. But they got lobster biscuits.
We went to McDonald's, and I was like, yeah, let me get a fucking chicken biscuit. And they were like, what? I was like, you got biscuits? You got McChicken? And apply both of those together. They're like, you want a lobster roll?
It's crazy how regionally things change.
You want a McLobster roll? And I was like, get the fuck out of my face.
Alright, so let's talk about food though.
At the gathering or on the way?
On the way. So one thing was for sure, because we are here in Virginia, we do not have White Castle.
Oh.
Every year I go and hit a White Castle.
You gotta hit
I heard
White
Crystal's
Castle.
is gone. I heard Crystal's went bankrupt. I heard Crystal burgers are gone, and that was our second hope for getting them Crystal type burgers.
I also like to hit me a Sheets and get me a mozzarella stick cheeseburger.
Man. As soon as you get a little farther out, man, mozzarella stick cheeseburger, them things are
Man, I got stomach problems. Y'all talking about I've done some dumb shit with my stomach going to the gathering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I was smart with it this year, and this is a great tip. I took 2 giant bags of pistachios. And I swear, 80% of my diet this year was pistachios.
Look, trail mix hikers and campers been using trail mix for years.
I know, but I haven't been a hiker or camper ever. And
but come on, man, come on.
But yeah, that shit was fire.
I think one of the best years was when I found out about stoner boats. They were the fucking bomb.
Forget about it.
And then that year was the year I went with y'all and did Grim the Theatrics on stage, so I had a pass. So when I would go down to the Spasmatic tent, they'd give me all the fucking Vago for free.
Yeah,
you know what? I was sick all those years that I performed, and I never got to tap into all the free shit we got as an artist.
Yeah.
Performance pass and all that shit. Psychopathic, if you're listening, please, can I get one of them passes? Let me experience it, not even as an artist. I just would like to go in and to get the hookups, because I was so sick with my gallbladder shit, not even knowing it, that I didn't get to enjoy it. So, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you that same year with the pass. You know, I'd never gotten to throw Fago with ICP, and so I was like, fuck it. You know, I got to go backstage for JCW, so I was like, I'm going to try to go throw Fago with ICP. So I went over to the side gate, and the guy was like, you can go up there and throw Fago, but you have to wait 10 minutes before the last song or something like that.
Yeah, they don't want everybody going rushing, right?
Yeah, and then they finally let us back there, so I was standing back there, and it was me and Wolfpack. And I go up on stage and go to grab a Fago, and the first Fago I ever get to throw on stage with him, Blaze Your Dead Homie handed me, and it was super cool, man. So still to this day, thank you for that. You know?
Yeah. Regardless,
thank you for the opportunity.
Regardless of people's fucking feelings who are listening, you know, this is before the fallout, so this is when the love was mattered back then to get that kind of love.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you're with it or not with it, you know.
So I got 3 instances of dank food at gathering.
Dank food.
Alright, so shout out to the chick last year that was making free snow cones to people at the bottom of the hill.
Snow cones, like shaved?
Yeah, like step up,
like real shaved.
whip it up. These are the flavors I got right now, and she'd whip it up. And every time I walk that fucking hill, I'd get a snow cone. And that chick was mad cool. Fucking number 2, there was a dude giving
Didn't that burrito dude? Didn't his shit burn down? I heard that his shit.
yeah, his name's Bruce.
I
Fucking,
remember he's been there for quite a few years. I think I bought something from him before, or I might have just
yeah,
dropped off.
shout outs
money.
to the burrito man. I remember eating some
What
of
about
his
that hot dog
burritos
lady?
several times. I don't remember no
What,
hot dog
she was
lady.
was she a hot dog lady who was at the second stage in Hog Rock? Or was that the same dude, burrito guy? Was that might have been him, and he just ran out of tacos and was serving hot dogs at that point?
Potentially,
Always
yeah.
hooking people up.
Yeah, always hooking people up. So then, I remember this one year specifically at Legend Valley. I think it was 17. There was this cat cooking, like he had a little griddle right by main stage, and he was selling grilled cheeses for $1.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he was selling acid, and I straight bought like 10 grilled cheeses, and he hooked me up. That's all I'm gonna say. And I remember walking around giving people grilled cheeses
Cheese and acid. There you
stuffing
go.
myself with grilled cheese.
I remember it was like a heaven sent. We were all walking around trying to find something to eat. We walked down the main stage. It was probably the 17th, might have been the 18th gather. I'm not too sure on that one, but we found the fucking Mexican food truck stand thing, and we found the walking tacos.
The tacos were like a
Oh
buck or two.
my god, it was like $2 for a walking taco.
And they stayed up open all night.
Yeah.
That's one thing I gotta say
Oh,
about the
so
gathering
good.
is that, and that jump steady. I know that other people like George and whatnot have helped maintain and run gatherings and stuff with other people,
yeah.
but I know that jump steady always made it a point to. He brought that whole, make sure the juggalos are fed well. The food is pricey, but what you pay for it, you get hooked up. The food is always really good. I can always say I've never been to a gathering other than the indoor gathering where the food was shitty.
Yeah.
And the outdoor gatherings, all the food's been real good. Like you pay $5 or $6 for a burger, you're getting a fat burger.
Oh, yeah, it's
you know what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
Man,
A lot of
so-
times, I've been to gathering rich and poor, and I get carny food some of the times, like maybe once a day or something. But my whole favorite flavor is the juggalos that are cooking shit.
Yeah. You can taste
Like
the love,
last
right?
year, Dead Body Dan from Philly was making some Philly cheesesteaks that he
Yeah.
made, and like
Maybe we are immune
the
because
Tyler
we're
grilled
gathering of
cheeses.
COVID-19.
Yeah, I'm saying rub some dirt on that shit. It's gonna be delicious. Like
You ever shit? Y'all see that meme? You ever pooped in the gathering porta potty or used gathering porta potty? You're immune to COVID-19.
you're
Yeah,
yeah.
that was my one thing, man, because I
I wait
can't
for
go
the
to
morning.
gathering if I don't have a pass because I can't sit in them porta potties. And being a big person, I gotta be comfortable.
You wait for the morning for them to clean them. You got to be right there.
That's the ninja move. You got to be right there and follow the truck and listen for the trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I got
so-
smart this past year. We brought a whole little shitter tent,
Yeah.
like with a setup thing with like bags and a thing of bags and toilet paper and wipes. And
Hell
like we
yeah.
just pulled the bags, and after you shit, you
How was the shit that it said? Honestly,
okay. I have a problem with like sound. I gotta be.
like you think that people are around you while you're just.
I feel
right
like there's
there.
somebody on the outside of the tent, like, hey, you in this
Because
shit?
they are. they are. It's just
Literally
a
are.
sheet right there.
So every time I went to shit, I would take my phone and play music on my phone loud as fuck.
La da da
And
da
I'd
da.
just be DJing like, oh, somebody's in there taking a shit. I'm just like, yeah, you know somebody's in there taking a shit, but at least all you hear is music.
Right.
And not me in there like, like scared and panic sweats and shitting out. carnival food.
So look, fucking you. I know you remember the gathering we brought the van. Fucking we had that big ass 100-foot tarp on the side of the hill, and I camped outside.
I remember.
Slanty diamonds,
Yes.
bud.
Well, I brought my tiny little tent that I still have to this day.
Yeah, we don't leave our tents behind.
And-
People leave their tents behind. Stop leaving your fucking tents behind.
Yeah, take your
Yeah.
shit. Fucking take your tent with you, man. God,
Or
man.
donate it to someone that
But
doesn't have it.
I remember setting up the tiniest little fucking toilet inside that motherfucker, and because, in my opinion, being a gatherer, I like, unless I have my big tent that I have now, which is really, really nice.
This is on the
before-
hill, mind you.
Yeah, but before, I would always just sleep outside. Fucking put my mattress outside
I mean,
and
if it's
sleep
not
on the
if it's
ground.
not raining,
It
honestly,
feels
that's-
good.
I'm crazy.
It's the
I'm
bomb.
still bewildered. You set up a toilet in there. This is like we camped in the dark forest or whatever at Hog Rock on this like 40-degree hill, and we just
Yeah.
had this giant tarp that we made a huge lean-to, and there's a picture of like 20 of us.
I think I
under
remember,
this
that.
lean-to.
I remember that.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
That was the
yeah,
year
that
that
was the year
everybody-
y'all were all eating ramen noodles at a fucking well, it was Katie and Ponix, And they were eating with shout outs to Ponix for.
Shout outs to Ponix for the music, man.
Yeah.
Ponix for the music.
All the background music you're hearing in this first episode is straight from the boy Ponix.
Yeah, him and his ex-girl, who was actually where we met Jeff, you know, a whole nother thing, rest in peace, you know, but him and Katie were eating ramen noodles out of fucking water like bottles, like they were putting broke up ramen noodles in water bottles and sit in the sun. And I was like, that is the most hood shit in the world. You just let it roll up in the sun.
Yeah, you don't even have to do
sun
that.
Ramen.
You don't even have to do that.
Like, it was great though. Oh, Ponix, laugh.
Good sound.
Ponix, penny for your
Look,
thoughts.
so I wanna talk about one of my most crazy experiences with food at the gathering. And this is shout outs to Bebop. This
Bebop.
crazy motherfucker. So every now and then people get hard up for cash, you know what I'm saying? Or they just don't give a fuck and they want to make some extra money, you know, making fools out of themselves and shit, which I get.
Right.
Clowning, you know, clowning.
You do whatever you want. Yeah.
Alright, so Bebop one year was hammered. Fucking 3 sheets to the wind and then 2 more sheets.
1 year?
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. So this is before he got the name Bebop too. So this motherfucker here takes and goes around and they're all doing all kinds of stuff for a few dollars here, letting people like drop and kick them, which juggalos do now all the time. But this is the first outdoor gathering type stuff, first outdoor gatherings.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't know what to do with themselves.
He got paid $20 to eat a bitch beater, and for people who don't know what a bitch beater is, it's a giant turkey leg juggalos called bitch beaters, and this thing was in the dirt. Already chewed on a couple times, and he was like, fuck yeah, I don't have to spend money on a meal and I get a $20 psycho coin, which psychopathic, which was a great idea, but
jug of bucks.
You know, jug of bucks. Yeah, but he got paid $20 to eat that motherfucking bitch beater off the ground, dude. That was the most craziest thing I've ever seen anybody do. Bebop, you have a stomach of iron.
So to tag off of that, at this past gathering, I'm telling with Bebop, some chick comes up to me and him, and she's like, hey, you're the Cheeto guy. And he just gets weak. And I'm like, what? And she's like, you were eating Cheetos off the ground last night.
Oh, so he's still
doing
one of his thing, eating dirt.
He's still doing it, man. Shout out to
gathering
Bebop.
dirt food.
He's gonna be a guest very soon. I talked to him about it earlier today.
Yeah, he's good people.
Fuck. So we only got a couple minutes left, man. So, what is your favorite gathering moment? You don't have to go all into detail, because if it's a big story, I'd like to get you later to tell the whole story.
Alright, well, we're going right back to Bebop.
Okay.
Platinum
OG gatherer.
Yeah, Bebop. You want to gather, go to gathering Bebop.
And we're sorry.
They brought a bike. They decided to bring a bike, and everybody was taking turns in the camp using the bike. But I was down by the merch tent, and there was kind of a hill, and Psychopathic had put up a big fence with like a canvas for everybody to come and sign, and it said gathering and this and that. But the fence was right at the bottom of the hill, and I will never ever forget Bebop was fucking trashed. So he took the bike on the very top of the hill.
No.
And he rode that bike all the way down that hill and smacked into the fucking fence on purpose. Boom!
And didn't a lot of people end up starting doing like this whole downhill thing at that gathering?
I think
a lot of people were like rolling down barrels and going into shit. Yeah.
So look, Bebop gets up, gets on the bike, goes back up the hill, and does the shit again. Swear to you,
straight smashing on the bike.
He hits the fucking fence. Security comes up and they're like, you gotta stop, and Bebop's like, you gotta leave me alone. My friend just wrecked his bike. I gotta go help my friend. You gotta leave me alone. I gotta go help my friend.
Wow.
I'll never ever forget that shit, dude.
Oh, Bebop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't really place a finger. I'm sitting here trying to listen and think at the same time, and I can't really place my finger on one thing, but I could say that my favorite moments, it's weird because it's a bittersweet thing. It's normally in the pit with ICP, which is, you know, the people who created the carnival, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I'm hearing songs like It Rains Diamonds Nightly, and I know it's one of the last songs, and I'm looking up and I'm blown out my mind, and I'm seeing there's you know, meteor showers that night and stuff. stuff like that, when you know it's ending and everyone's just happy there in the middle of nowhere, you know, united. Those are my best moments at the gathering. You know, the sharing, the stuff like with the free food and hooking people. It isn't just about free shit, but it's about the fact that no matter what, we all know that there's leeches, but we don't give a fuck, and we're still hooking people up. And those are the things. Those are my best memories about the gathering. The real family shit. You know, just because we're not, you know, fellow human beings who like a kind of music and a culture that other people don't, and now a lot of people do know. You know, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still differentiate when you get there. Like, it's still there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's still there.
I haven't been, but I would assume, absolutely, as long as you can get past the people who want to talk shit about if you still like Twisted or not, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, fuck all that. I ain't never been worried about none of that.
What's your best beverage?
Man, I don't know. Like you said, like there's so many. I would have to say Wizard of the Hood with my little sister.
Ugh, I'm jealous. I didn't get to see
I
that.
took my little sister that year. She was like 18 or 19. It was her first gathering.
That was it. Just the PS Resistance.
And on the way there, I was like, let's listen to Wizard of the Hood. And she was like, I've never even heard Wizard of the Hood. She's kind of a new juggalo and shit. I was like, well, never mind then. I'm going to wait till you're going to see it live and experience it for the very first time that way. And like, that was really fun and special. And another time they had, I forget which one it was, but they had like 4 a.m. flashlight wrestling.
Oh yeah, dude. They always do late night wrestling. They got so much shit. We got so much more stuff we can talk about.
Oh yeah, forever.
Yeah.
But this particular one, there was probably only like 30 people there, and Violent J was there with no paint, and he led everybody over the barricade. So all the juggalos were standing around the ring with nothing but flashlights, and he brought out some legends, man. Like, some people that are like retired or were about to be retired, and like.
Yeah, they bring in
like crazy shit, and it's like Violent J was like shoulder to shoulder with us, just like just as geek as we were to watch these wrestlers at 4 a.m. with flashlights.
Right. I mean,
Like as the sun's coming up in the distance.
He's got a giant sleepover with something that he damn near created himself.
I'm saying,
you know, I mean, getting everybody's out in the middle of the woods doing flashlight tag with his favorite thing, wrestling. You know, like
it's the illest.
Right.
I mean, hanging out with those guys for us is like him hanging out with his favorite wrestlers and shit. You know what I mean? And it's just a blessing to have been a part of my life for so many years. It's kind of why I wanted to start the podcast, man, because I love talking about the shit. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'll ever stop gathering if given the opportunity.
So how you planning on promoting this stuff?
I don't know.
Tell
Figure
people
that out.
Like and subscribe and
Hopefully I'll tell some juggalos to go check us out.
download it, share
Hopefully
it.
by the time I upload this, I'll have made a page, which, you know, will happen once I get some graphics and shit. But yeah, man, this has been the first episode of From What I Gather. It's your boy Just Bling signing out with my homies J No and TeRReT.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully there'll be more of these, man. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Whoa.